Welcome to the Say It Out Loud podcast. I'm your host, Vasavi Kumar. If you're eager to gain clarity, speak with unwavering confidence, and liberate those inner voices, you're in the perfect spot. My mission here is to empower you to break free, find fulfillment, and ignite your passion. You ready? It's time to say it out loud. I've put together a guide of my top 10 tested and proven to work practical strategies and habits to help bright women like you say no, set your boundaries right, live confidently, and build healthy relationships, starting with the relationship you have with yourself. This is a self-paced guide, and I can't wait for you to dig into it so you can start becoming your most confident self, because she's in there waiting for you. Head to the link in my show notes or go to vasavikumar.com/guide and grab it today. Welcome back to another episode of Say It Out Loud, where we talk about getting real, raw, and radically honest with ourselves so that we can live a life that's true to who we are. I'm Vasavi Kumar, your host, and today I'm going to challenge you, yes, you, to face a brutal truth. You're not living as your true self. I'm going to say this again. You are not living as your true self. Now, before you hit pause or exit out of this episode, hear me out. I'm not saying this to criticize or put you down. I'm saying this because I've been there and I know how easy it is to get trapped in living a version of yourself that isn't really you. And here's the thing, you might not even realize you're doing it. But today we're going to shine a light on the reasons why, and most importantly, we're going to talk about how to break free of these patterns so you can step into your truth and start living the life you deserve. So buckle up, because this episode is going to challenge you in ways you may not expect. But if you're here, I know you're ready. So let's start with why so many of us get stuck in patterns of living that don't align with our true selves. One of the biggest reasons is that we've been conditioned to please. From the time we were kids, we've been taught to prioritize what others think of us. Whether it was making sure our parents were proud, our teachers were impressed, or our friends liked us, we learned to shape-shift to fit in. And sure, that helped us survive in those environments, but fast forward to adulthood, and that need to please has become a cage where we lock away our true selves because we're afraid of being rejected or judged. So I want you to think about where this is showing up in your life right now. Maybe it's at work, and you're biting your tongue in meetings because you're afraid your ideas will sound dumb. Maybe it's in your relationships, and you're constantly putting others' needs first because you don't want to rock the boat. And if you're nodding your head right now, I'm going to ask you a tough question. Is that how you really want to live? Do you want to keep suppressing yourself to make other people feel comfortable? Or are you ready to take that mask off and be real? I want to talk about the elephant in the room, the fear of rejection. This fear is one of the most powerful forces keeping us from living authentically. It shows up when you feel like you need to perform or mold yourself into what others expect you to be. Because let's be real, rejection hurts. But here's the brutal truth. If you're constantly seeking approval, you're rejecting yourself in the process. I'm going to say that out loud again. If you're constantly seeking approval, you're rejecting yourself in the process. Think about that for a second. Every time you silence your voice, you're rejecting who you really are. Every time you play small, you're telling yourself, I don't deserve to take up space. And I have been there too, living a life where I minimized who I was to fit in or make others feel comfortable. But let me tell you, that kind of life isn't sustainable. So what are you afraid of? That people will leave if you're yourself? That they'll judge you? Maybe. But let me ask you this. Is it worth sacrificing your happiness and your truth just to keep people around who don't even know the real you? So let's dive into the lies you might be telling yourself that are keeping you from living as your true self. And trust me, we all do this. So lie number 1 is saying, I'm fine the way I am. This one is tricky because it sounds positive, but if you've convinced yourself that you're fine while knowing deep down that you're holding back or shrinking yourself, you're not being honest with yourself. You're fine with settling, and that's not the same as being fully expressed and alive. Lie number two is, it's too late for me to change. How often have you told yourself this? The truth is, it's never too late to start living authentically. The only thing that's keeping you from making that shift is you. And lie number 3, I'll never be good enough, so why bother? This is one of the most toxic lies we tell ourselves. If you keep telling yourself you're not good enough, you're going to stay stuck in that belief, which will keep you from ever stepping into your full potential. And now that we've called these lies out, I want you to take a second and think about which one you've been holding on to. What's the lie that's been keeping you from stepping into your true self? Let me share a quick story from my own life because I haven't always lived in alignment with my true self either. A few years ago, I was stuck in this pattern of constantly putting other people's opinions above my own truth. Whether it was in my business or personal life, I was constantly second-guessing myself and feeling like I had to perform for everyone. I was afraid of failing, and more than that, I was afraid of what people would think if I was actually myself. And one day I realized that I was exhausted, not just physically, but emotionally. I was exhausted from pretending. And that's when I decided I wasn't going to live that way anymore. I started speaking up, started saying it out loud, even when my voice shook. I started taking risks, even when it terrified me. And that's when everything started to shift for me. My relationships deepened, my work became more aligned, and most importantly, I felt free. I share this because I know how hard it can be to take that leap, but I promise you what's on the other side is worth it. So how do you break free from these old patterns of fear, self-deception, and playing small? The first step is awareness. You can't change what you don't acknowledge. Start paying attention to the moments when you're holding back or playing a role that isn't really you. I actually want you to catch yourself in the act and ask, why am I doing this? What am I afraid of? Step 2 is action. Once you become aware of where you're not being authentic, it's time to start taking small, courageous actions. Maybe that looks like speaking up in a meeting, setting a boundary in a relationship, or expressing yourself in a way you haven't before. It's about practicing authenticity even when it feels uncomfortable. Step 3 is releasing the need for approval. This one takes practice, but you need to let go of the belief that you need others to validate your worth. Your worth isn't up for debate. I'm going to say that over and over again, that your worth isn't up for debate. The more you affirm your truth to yourself, the less you'll need it from others. Okay, I know this might feel a little overwhelming. You're probably even thinking, where do I even start? So let me break it down for you. Number 1. Speak your truth today. I want you to find one small area of your life where you can start being more honest with yourself or others. It could be something simple, like admitting that you need help, or sharing a thought you've been holding back. Start small, but start now. Number 2 is let go of something that no longer serves you. It could be a limiting belief, a habit, or even a relationship that's keeping you from being your full self. Ask yourself, what am I holding on to that's keeping me from living my truth? And then start releasing it. Number 3 is to reconnect with your authentic self daily. This is a practice. Take a moment every day to check in with yourself. Are you living in alignment with your true self, or are you letting fear and self-doubt lead the way? If you're ready to stop hiding behind the mask and start living as your true self, I'm inviting you to my Say It Out Loud masterclass, Release Your Blocks, Embrace Your True Self. In this masterclass, we're going to dive deep into the exact steps you need to identify the blocks that are keeping you stuck, learn to speak your truth without fear, and reconnect with your most authentic self. And if you show up live, I'm offering special bonuses for people who want to attend my retreat coming up in May. This is my Say It Out Loud retreat. And if you show up live to the masterclass, or if you watch the replay, you'll be receiving a bonus. If you've been eyeing my retreat, I have something really special for those of you who attend the masterclass, especially live. But if you watch the replay, I'm going to extend that to you as well. So if you've been feeling like it's finally time to break free from these old patterns and start living the life you know you're capable of, this is your opportunity. I'll be there with you, guiding you through each step of the process in real time. The link is in my show notes to sign up for the masterclass. And like I said, make sure you show up live to receive all the incredible bonuses and insights that will help you on your journey. And I just want to say, when it comes to living authentically, it is a practice in learning and unlearning certain behaviors. Things that you used to do no longer serve you. You have outgrown them. You are no longer wanting to be in relationships with people that are one-sided. You are doing the inner work. You are ready to break free. You want to be your true self and embrace your true self. So make sure you sign up for my masterclass. We have over 31 people signed up. I'm super excited. I want to get to 50 people. That would be so exciting for me to share this message with as many people as possible. So the link is in my show notes. You can sign up for the masterclass. And I just want to say, if you feel called out or seen in any way, then good. That's where the growth happens. I'll see you in the masterclass, and I can't wait to help you step fully into your truth. And until next time, remember, say it out loud and live it unapologetically. If you love today's episode, then say it out loud. Subscribe, leave a review, and come say hi over on Instagram at My Name is Vasavi. Until next time, say it out loud.